School, we have a special presentation from our Media Center and a special message from these students.
Por favor, leen libros en español.
We want you to read more books about Hispanic Americans and about the Hispanic culture in general. So watch this video for more great info. Hi, Griffin Middle School families. This is Carol Klavecht, the Parapro in the Media Center at Griffin Middle School. And I want to talk to you about Hispanic Heritage Month and ways that your family can learn more about Hispanic Americans and Hispanics around the world. So we have some biographies that I want to start with. We have Sonia Sotomayor. We have several different versions of a biography on her. Pope Francis, who is originally from South America, who is the Pope. Ellen Ochoa is the first Hispanic woman in space. So that's a fun one to read about. This is a nice overview book, Extraordinary Hispanic Americans. So in our nonfiction section, you'll just find a lot of books about famous people, from entertainment to math and science, and political leaders as well. And we also have countries of the world. There's a book about Mexico. We have the Dominican Republic here, Puerto Rico, pretty much any of the countries in Latin America. We have a good selection of those in our nonfiction section. And then we also have some books, just cultural books. This is a book of poetry and song. So I want to highlight a few of our fiction series and let you know what we have in fiction.
Hola, mi nombre es Miss B. Yo soy la facilitadora de padres aquí en Griffin Middle School. Trabajo en la oficina de enfrente. Yo nada más les voy a dar una información de unos libros que tenemos aquí en la librería para estudiantes que estén interesados en historia hispana. Aquí tenemos un ejemplo. Este libro se trata de Sonia Sotomayor. Tenemos aquí un libro de Ellen Ochoa. Tenemos un libro de Jaime Escalante. Y tenemos este libro que explica historias hispanas. También tenemos muchos libros en la librería dando información de diferentes estados y países. Por ejemplo, tenemos libros explicando la cultura mexicana de México. Y tenemos libros explicando la cultura dominicana. Cubana. De Guatemala. Y tenemos varios libros de diferentes países. Así que si están interesados, pueden venir a la librería a ver estos libros y agarrar más información de lo que se tratan. Gracias.
To let you know about our books in Espanol. The books have this label, and they're all in one area of the Media Center. But we have some really great titles that you'll recognize, and you can read them in Spanish. So Nate the Great, Wonder, which is a very popular title, always checked out at the Media Center. Rick Riordan, he does a lot of fantasy fiction using mythological characters, so this would be a good one. And the One and Only Ivan, you may have seen this movie on Disney+. You can read it in Spanish language. So check out our Spanish language titles. They are using this little orange and yellow tag in the Media Center. So Miss Bahena is joining me, and we're going to review a couple of books in our fiction section. So the first one is Efren Divided, and this is a story about a boy who lives in California, but he is of Mexican heritage. His parents moved to the United States from Mexico, and his mother is undocumented. So there's always this fear of being deported in the household, and she does indeed get deported in the book. And Efren is the oldest child, and he's expected to kind of become what they call sopa woman or superwoman. And the sopa is named after a dish that his mother makes, sopes. And I'll let Miss Bahena tell you more about the sopas and reference in the book.
Yeah, so sopes is a type of, Mexican dish. Sopes is similar to the gorditas that are made, that has the lettuce, the sour cream, beans on it. And would you like me to translate this?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, and so el libro se trata de un niño que se llama Efren Y él se vino a los Estados Unidos y está viviendo en California. Y en el libro está dando explicación de la situación de Efraín, que tiene una preocupación, que va a estar deportado. Y pueden ustedes leer el libro y ver la historia de él y ver cómo él soluciona esa situación.
Gracias. Hi, so now I want to introduce you to the book called The Poet X. And this is a book by Elizabeth Acevedo, and she is a slam poet herself. And the book is in verse. You'll see lots of verses in here. The main character of this story is Xiomara, who's a young woman whose mother is very religious, and Xiomara wants to find her own voice through using slam poetry. And she participates in a slam poetry club at school, and she learns how to express herself that way. So we recommend this book. It's been highly rated, and I'm going to let Ms. Bahena tell you in Spanish.
Okay. Hola, ¿cómo están? Este libro se llama The Poet X. Está escrito de Elizabeth Acevedo. Lo que se trata de este libro es de una muchacha que se llama Xiomara. Ella quiere expresarse en manera escrita, así que ella hace muchos poemas. Así que todo el libro está en poema, si les interesa este libro, y está en versos. Y se llama The Poet X de Elizabeth Acevedo.
Charlie Hernandez thinks of himself as a normal kid, but what's so normal about a preteen who's obsessed with Latino mythology and can be a dragon slayer, demon slayer? So there's a lot of fun fantasy features to this book about Charlie Hernandez, and it also uses Latino mythology from Central and South America. So I'm going to have Ms. Bahena tell us more about this in Espanol.
Okay, así que este libro se recomienda para los estudiantes que le gustan los libros de fantasía. Se llama Charlie Hernández and the Castle of Bones, en Castillo de Huesos. Este libro se trata de Charlie, que él está muy interesado, de mitología latina, y pueden ver como las historias que él, o las situaciones que él pasa con esas mitologías.
And our last fiction book is a picture book that I want to show you. It's about dreamers. How do you say this, Ms. Bahena?
Soñadores.
Soñadores. And this is the Spanish book of dreamers. So this is in Espanol. It's a really beautiful picture book. So even if you're not a Spanish reader, you can understand pretty much from the pictures. So this is someone dreaming of going to a different place, and they go across a bridge, and they come into a different place, a different country, you might say, a place where their dreams will come true. And they are immigrants, and they're very thankful they talk about their history, where they're from, and how they're living in their new place. Here's the library that you're here at the Griffin Library. And it's just a really beautiful book. It's all about dreaming of a new life in a new place. It's a really nice book for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Así que este libro se llama Soñadores, es de Yuyi Morales. Si están interesados en este libro está escrito en español y tiene muchísimas fotos por si quieren practicar el español o quieren practicar leyendo, ver fotos. Es un libro fácil de leer, con muchas fotos, y explica la historia de unos soñadores.
Thank you for joining us for this overview of nonfiction Spanish language titles and our fiction titles that feature Hispanic authors and Hispanic subject matter. Ms. Bahena, thank you so much for your translation.
Sí, de nada. Muchas gracias a todos. Espero que ustedes, si les gustan los libros, que vengan a ver los libros que tenemos aquí. Tenemos muchos libros en español y mucho gusto para ayudarles en traducir todo.
Come join us at the Media Center. Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias.